She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset. Blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I know. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. Lately gotta keep my memories on leash. I know I tend to get a little bit away from me. I keep that photo in my wallet from 2018. I keep your body on my brain. I tell everyone that's my baby. She said, can you take me to the moon? I got a reservation down for two. Nobody does it better. I don't think I'll ever find somebody better than you. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy.
What's up, y'all?
What up?
I'm so thrown today because of this
Setting.
Yes, the setting is
It's a little different. It's a little different. What y'all think?
No, I don't even want to know what I don't even want to know what people think because it's not a normal setup.
I know it's not our normal setup, but it could be if it like works out.
Anyway, what's
Instead
your
of
name?
having to
Wait. We didn't even introduce ourselves.
Sorry. I am Beautiful.
And I'm Ace.
We are
Together real bad. All right.
Real
That's
bad.
out of the way. So what's going on here is I actually have a podcast to shoot in here in studio tomorrow. And I was not getting up early to do all this because it's actually two more mics on the other side of us. And so we just decided to
Record here.
Yeah, to record here. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the best like background, but it'll do.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll do. What's that from?
Shrek.
Oh, good job. That was good.
Thank you.
I don't mind it. I mean, the only bad thing about this is that there's no air circulating in here. That's one. And two, these chairs are not comfortable.
Sorry.
I mean, that's the only like qualms that I have. Is that what you call it?
Qualms. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I have with it. Other than that, I enjoy the fact that we don't have to break this down after.
Yeah, we don't.
And
That's
put
true.
it all away.
Like we do
And
at
out of
home.
our kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah. Out of our kitchen. What? Bar?
Kitchen, bar, both.
Kind of. Yeah. Both.
All
sure.
of this, the other side of this be in the kitchen.
Yeah. Facts. And it's a lot.
Yeah. So I like that part.
Awesome. Anyhow, how are you?
I am good. I'm good. Yeah. I'm in a good place, I would say.
What took you so long to say that?
Because I didn't know where I was going to start. Like, I was just thinking about, like, football and, you know, how that's going.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking about how I was feeling this morning. Like, my stomach was hurting. Like, what things are important to know or let the people know, like, how I'm
going to
feeling?
say stomach hurting this morning is a pass. I'm going to say that. But everything else, yes, is important to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had a long day. I've been here all day in this, 490 foot square area of filled with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I did clean up a little bit. I was a little productive in other things. I got my Mazel Tov neon sign
it looks
over
so
here.
Good too.
And yeah, just kind of ready for tomorrow and ready for the weekend, even though today's only Monday. I know. I can still be ready for the weekend.
Slow down a
I
little
can
bit.
still be ready for the weekend.
Oh, my ass hurts on this chair.
Deal with
Okay,
it.
I am, but I need to get in a comfortable position. That wasn't working.
I mean, if I had some folding chairs, that would be amazing,
Yeah.
but I don't. And so, stools.
That's fine. We're gonna make it do what it do.
All right, fair enough.
I just wanted to get a little bit more comfortable, and now I am. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to switch positions in another 30
First
minutes.
position. Oh, that's not the same thing, though.
That
Go
is
ahead.
not the same thing. First position, Kehlani. Okay,
It's your fault. You put
It's
me
my
on.
fault. That is a great song.
Yeah, you put me on.
That song was introduced to me by this girl that I used to talk to.
You don't even know her name.
Right now I can't think of the girl's name.
Terrible.
I'm looking at her I'm looking at her right now in my head. I'm looking at her, but I can't think of her name at the moment. Natalie. There it is. Got it.
Okay.
Nat. Yeah. She introduced me to her.
She don't forget about you, Nat. Anyway.
So, and if I did,
that's fine. I just, I'm really just kind of teasing. What else we got?
Countdown to coming out of the closet. Shut up. I got this. Thanks. So for those who don't know, I started a countdown to coming out of the closet. We are currently behind schedule.
Way behind schedule.
I got it.
Okay.
I got this.
All right. You got it.
We are currently behind schedule. However, the train is still moving. And I actually wrote out what I would like to tell my father.
Shout out to Lana for helping me apply pressure. Thank you.
First of all, please. Because for real. Because now I'm starting to feel like I understand you're applying pressure, but I'm feeling pressured into this. I understand that I said that I wanted to do this, and you're trying to hold me accountable.
Yes.
But I also feel like it is my prerogative if I'm like, hold on, let me slow down. Let me make sure this is what I want to do right now. And I don't feel like you're giving me that grace. I feel like it's, all right, did you write the letter? Did you send it out? And it's kind of annoying.
Well, you have to deal with it because I'm here to help you achieve whatever goals that you set, no matter what they be. And so therefore, if I'm bugging you about it or asking you about it, that is pushing you towards your goal. That is not necessarily a bad thing. And sometimes you, from what I know about you over the last 2 years, you need a little bit of pressure to get it. So I feel like if I don't say anything, it's not going to get done. But if I say something, you might just do it just so I can shut the hell up. Well,
then shut the hell up.
No.
It's done.
No, it's not done. It's not done until it goes out.
It's written out. What?
It's not done until it is mailed out.
I feel like this is a big step.
But it's not done, though. That was a big step. I'm not taking that away from you.
Yeah, acknowledge that, please.
I am not. It's a huge step. I'm not taking that away from you at all. But for you to say it's done, it's not done. It's not done until it's mailed out and received. Just saying. That's when it's done.
All right. So I was going to actually read the letter out loud for our listeners to hear.
However,
I don't know. Is it something that I should keep to myself and then put in the bonus episode, read it then, and then give you guys my father's reaction at that time of receiving the letter? Or should I read it now since I made y'all wait so long?
It's completely up to however you want to do it.
Let's ask the people who are watching. Should I read part of my letter to my father now and then also have a bonus episode for the actual response?
Or read the letter and hear the response in a bonus episode? Is that those are the choices?
Sure, those are the choices. Letter now and bonus episode later, or just letter and episode later?
I hope it's Chanel that's on here watching. I can't tell who it is. It does say 2 people. While we're waiting on those comments, we are going to. Oh, now it's 4 people. Ask that question again.
The question is, for the countdown of me coming out of the closet, should I read the letter that I'm sending to my dad over this episode right now, or save it for a bonus episode with my father's response?
And we're looking for the 4 people that are watching right now. Thank y'all for watching. We're looking to you guys for option 1 or option 2. Oh, here we go. Janine says, I think whatever is comfortable for you. This is a huge step. I agree, Janine. It is a very huge step.
It is a huge step, and I appreciate your comment, but that does not help me right now. Like, girl, tell me what I should do. I'm comfortable reading part of it. I don't really mind.
Okay, that's
I think
fair. You want to read part of it?
Yeah.
Can read it where there's like a cliffhanger.
I gotta find where that cliffhanger is.
For everybody that just joined us on YouTube, we're in a different setting, obviously, and I'm doing this to. Hey, camera. Oh,
What?
Somebody says the camera's getting blurry. I'm sorry. Somebody says support option 1. Thank you, Jai. Option 1.
So option 1 was to read part of it and then have a bonus episode for the entire letter and my father's response.
And Janine also says it's such an intimate time for you and your dad.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
So whatever you feel comfortable with.
But I feel like I've brought you guys into this,
so that you can give them something.
I mean, I guess part of being, in the public eye, is that what you would say?
Sure, having a supportive community, I think, is a good way to say it.
So I brought y'all into this. Y'all gotta see it through too. So, what they say, like here it goes.
Go right ahead. You have the proverbial floor.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna read the first 2 paragraphs.
Okay.
I mean, they're not long paragraphs.
Are they good paragraphs though?
I feel like it is. It's like an introduction to kind of what I want to finish, what I want to tell him.
Okay.
So yes, here we go.
You're up. Go right ahead.
Somebody said, Janine said option 2. Okay. So yes, I'm going to read part of it. So it says, "Hi, Daddy. I hope this letter finds you well. There's something very important that I need to share with you. Something that has been weighing heavily on my heart. Coming out to you is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, but I believe it's time. I am bisexual. This is part of who I am, and I want to be honest with you about it. It's taken me a long time to come to terms with this, and even longer to find the courage to tell you. I know this might come as a surprise, and I understand that it might take some time for you to process." Pause.
That's a really, really good start. Case closed. That's a really good start. Is the letter finished?
No, it's not finished.
Okay, it's not finished.
I'm still adding my section about you and my conclusion.
Okay.
So yeah, that is it so far.
Okay, fair enough. Jai says, "This is Impulse Chicago in the house. We appreciate you. We're here to support our queer community, whatever it is. Thank you for the vulnerability." Yeah, thank you for the vulnerability. I cannot say that word.
You never
appreciate
say
that. I know it's a tough one for me. So we appreciate everybody that's watching. I'd also like to say that 5 is a new high for me. I don't know which button is a hand clap. So it's a new high for us.
Yay! 5 viewers. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So I just read a snippet of my letter to my father. In lieu of the countdown to coming out of the closet, we will shoot a bonus episode where I will read the entire letter and let you guys know my father's response. So
that should be very. I want to have him on the podcast so bad, but I know it's just too soon.
Wait, can we take baby steps?
Yes, I know. It's just too soon. I get it. It's too soon. That's fine. It's not a big deal at all.
I think he would be cool. Like if after he processes everything, I think he would be cool to have on the My daddy cool.
He a cool cat.
He a cool
I
cat.
I know, even though I haven't met him, I've seen him and heard him. So
Yeah.
yeah, he that guy.
So do you have any more comments regarding me coming out of the closet
You're gonna
and
continue
how
to
you
get.
pulling me out?
Yeah, I
She
mean,
opened the closet door. The
Wait,
door
wait,
is
wait.
open, guys. The door to the closet is open, and she has my hand, and like she's like tugging at me, and I'm like holding on, like wait. Like that's what I visualize in my head about this.
I'm not pulling you out of
You're
the
pulling
closet.
me.
No,
You're pulling
because
me.
you started this process willingly.
Yes. Okay.
And
So I guess pulling is not the.
yes,
You're encouraging me to come out
I
of the closet. It's
definitely
almost
am.
like you're baiting me. Like
Baiting
treat. You want a
you?
treat? Like I don't know. How else should I describe it?
Wow, baiting you is crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm not using a very good job of using my words to describe.
Okay. Want to try it again?
No, I don't want to try again. I'd like to move on.
Okay, we can move on.
Okay.
That's fair.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So the Olympics, big sports fans over here. We've been watching the Olympics literally for a week straight. That's the only thing that's been on TV, on our TV. And I've been thoroughly enjoying it, like so much.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that I never see. Greco-Roman wrestling.
What?
I think that's what it's called. It's like, it's wrestling, but it's not like, like WWE. It's like Greco-Roman. Like there's rules. You got to like flip people over. And I was watching that today and I was really like entertained. I liked it a lot. And then the shooting is really good. We would like to join our neighborhood shooting club so we can go to the Olympics, because there was a female on there that she had only been shooting for 2 years.
Right. Yeah. I think this is the same girl. I don't know what country she's from, but they were talking about how she was a former gymnast, let that go, and started shooting 2 years ago. And here she is in the Olympics now. So I'm like, dope. Damn, what we got to do?
What's up? What we got to do? Join somewhere. If she can shoot, we damn sure can shoot.
Right.
Come on now.
Well,
2 Division I athletes. Come on. I mean,
that doesn't always translate.
Yes, it does. Athleticism and hand-eye coordination is athleticism and hand-eye coordination. I don't
gymnastics has nothing to do with hand-eye coordination.
What? Like sure does. You got to put your hands on that floor and on that vault in the correct way in order for you to pounce off. No?
Yes, but I feel like that's more of like body awareness.
Okay, same thing. I gotta hold this like this. Wait, how they do it? Like this, and hold it steady, and work this muscle right here.
I don't know. If I had to choose a sport to go to the Olympics, it would. That I feel like that. If I trained today, if I started today,
yeah,
I would love to. Shooting.
Okay.
What's this?
Archery. Yeah.
And honorable mention track.
Because track is bomb.
I really like track.
Track is dope as heck. So, okay, moving along from that. We also just wanted to acknowledge that today is August 5th. And that is
a holiday.
It is a national holiday.
Yep. To the Black people.
Of the Alabama boat brawl. And that's really all I had to say about that. I just wanted to give acknowledgement. I don't know if anybody had a party. I know some people online I saw like planning the party. I don't know if it happened. I'm serious. I don't know if it happened.
This is the perfect time to have folding chairs.
Nobody had it. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why nobody had folding chairs. Wow. That's wild.
Wow.
That's that.
Wow. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's super wild. So that's that. We went on a date.
Wait. It's not Date Night Diaries. It is not.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Project 2025. My apologies. She's keeping me on track. So we've said this before. We really don't talk a lot about politics on our podcast, and maybe we should, but it's extremely draining for me, and so we kind of tend not to. Mm-hmm. But this election is super important, and they say all elections are super important. However, I'm feeling some kind of way about this one.
Yeah.
And so we just want to encourage everybody to vote.
Educate yourselves on Project 2025.
2025.
Know
Yep.
what you're voting for or against.
Yes. There are definitely some things that could hurt us as a community, LGBTQ and otherwise. And so
even women, your children, if you have kids,
climate change, like all of
everything.
the above. And so just wanted to take a second to shout that out and say, do your homework and go out and vote.
One more thing with pop culture, the Hard.
Oh,
I just added that. You didn't see it?
I didn't see it. So I don't know if anybody watches Hard Knocks. It comes on HBO, which is like now Max, the app. Really good show if you're into football, and they show behind the scenes of like a team every year. So I think it's like 4 or 5 or maybe 6 weeks. And they show like preseason, and they show like workouts and some of the behind the scenes from family of the players, etc. They're in Chicago this year, and I think that is the dopest thing ever. And we are both super excited about that because we love watching Hard Knocks.
Yes.
And so that comes on tomorrow, August 6th.
So by the time you guys hear this,
then go watch it.
Check it out.
It's going to be great. The Chicago Bears are on there, and I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
So
right now we're watching, who is it?
The Giants. The Giants for the
preseason. It is preseason.
Is it preseason? It's called something else. It's not called preseason.
Oh yeah, because this would be preseason for the Bears.
That's the one where they showed like the draft and yada yada yada. Which it's okay. It's not as good as this one, but I'll give it time to develop because it is new.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now moving on to Date Night Diaries. This date night, this date night activity is actually a really good idea, and it can be very fun. However, it was very lackluster for us.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't giving.
And I've been to this place a few times. Like one time I had like a huge birthday get together there, where I actually kind of met one of my now ex. But yeah, anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I've been to this place a few times. It's typically fun. However, the location that we went to, the atmosphere, the things that they had there was very like blah. Really.
Yeah.
So our date night activity was K1 Speed. K1 Speed is a go-kart racing place. It has like has 2 tracks. It shows you going around the track so you can like check your lap time and your average time at the end, all that kind of stuff. There's also an arcade that is like on the lines of like what a Dave and Buster's should kind of be. And then upstairs there is a bar, and they also sell food.
It's really giving pop-up carnival vibes for the games, honestly. They weren't, I mean, they're okay.
Yeah.
They're just okay. I mean, and half of them didn't work, so that sucked. There was no energy. The people in there were like they didn't look happy to be there. It was just not a great experience, K1.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all got to do to
the location. The location that we went to was the one in Mokina. It was named Accelerated at first. They changed the name to K1. I believe K1 Speed must have like bought out Accelerated because they probably weren't doing so well. So as soon as you walk in, there's like a downstairs and an upstairs. Upstairs is where you register and also where the bar is and the food or whatever. Then downstairs are where the racetracks are, and then to your right is where all the games were. Like she said, half the games weren't working. They were like 40 tokens per game, or like 40 credits.
Yeah.
40 credits per game.
Which I don't like how that's done, because we paid, it was like a package and the card was $10. So we paid $10, but for 200 credits, so we really only got like 4 plays basically, because most of them were. So you're telling me it's $250 per game? Is that the right math? I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But moving past that, like once we did like win some tokens or whatever, you go into the gift shop,
terrible.
And you look around and there's like,
there's nothing.
well, where is the stuff? There's like empty bins. There's like signs hanging off of stuff. Like it just looks very.
It's unkept.
Yeah.
It's very like, you used to walk in there, and if you had like 10 tickets, you could get at least like
a piece of candy or something. They didn't have any candy.
That's not happening here.
A ball was like 30 tickets, and that's not even fun. Like, and then the stuff that they had on the wall was like very unattainable because the games in there aren't giving you tokens or tickets for the stuff that you do win. Like, if you do win, you get like 15 tickets, and already that's 40 credits
40
gone.
credits. Yeah, you might as well just go buy a PlayStation because you'll never
make
all.
Yeah. So it was just, and then we were waiting for our name to be called after we registered for our race, and while we were playing these lackluster ass games, the man, I guess a manager, like walked over and asked were we, Beautifulll and Ace, and we were like, yeah. It's like, oh, we've been calling you over the intercom to come to this to the track so your race can start. Yeah, we called you a couple times. I'm like, oh, we didn't hear it. He was like, yeah, the intercom doesn't work over here in the arcade room. I'm like, but it's literally, when I tell you guys, it's literally right next to the tracks. Like, there's not a wall separating it or nothing. They just don't have any speakers over there.
Which is, I feel like it's easily fixable. So you want people to play while they wait on their track time, but you don't want them to hear when their track time is. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mind you, like, this was on a Saturday that we went?
Yeah, I think so.
Saturday? It was a Saturday evening, and it was like 7 people there.
Yeah, it was dead.
So that just goes to show that they're even more dead during the week because there's no, unless it's like a corporate events that come there for like team bonding or team building type of activities. But
that's definitely the only thing that could be carrying them. I mean, because it was like super dead.
Very.
Super dead. But so that's date night activities. We got to do something better next time. I don't know what that better is going to be. We do have iFly coming up, but that's not until September now.
Yeah, I mean, well, the time that I had with you was fun. Like, I beat your ass on the track. You didn't want to talk about that.
No, you did. I don't have nothing to say.
There was one time
I've never claimed to be good at driving. Not driving on the racetrack. This is not my thing. I don't want to crash. People bumping me. I'm whiplatting. No, I'm good. Thanks.
I was third. No, I came in 5th our first race, and I was pissed. Mm-hmm. I was so pissed because somebody kept bumping me. Like, get out the way. And then the second race, I came in 2nd, right? Or is it 3rd? No, I came in. I came in.
You didn't look at the email? They said.
No, I didn't get an email.
Well, you should have gotten it. Did you check?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought you got the email because the registration.
We both should get one because your email address is in there too.
Well, either way, I think I got 2nd. Let's say I got 2nd. I should have gotten 1st, but during that race, we had this one guy who couldn't figure out his pedals. He kept pressing the gas and the brake at the same time, so they had to stop the race for him. There was another guy who seemed to be experienced because he brought in his own helmet, but he kept going over there to stop because his go-kart kept stopping. So that also slowed me down in my lap time. Like, it was just a lot. I should have won. That's another thing I could go to the Olympics for.
Speed racer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you want to call me.
Sure. That's what I'm going to call you.
All right. So yes, that is date night activities. We gave that date night 2.5 stars. Do better, K1 speed.
Terrible.
Do better, K1.
Terrible.
All right. On to the topic for today. Is this love? That is not how that goes. That is not. Wait, no, I have another song in my head, but those aren't the words to that melody. That's not it.
Try again.
Okay, I got
Try
you.
Again.
I'm going.
Go ahead.
I'm going.
Go ahead.
Is it love? Is it love? Is it love?
Yes.
Okay, you just go ahead and do it.
No, you got it. That's it.
Okay.
You got it. Okay. You got it. Is this love? Are you receiving it or are you just standing in it? is the topic for today. And or are you just passively standing? And I think to kind of define that is when your partner is doing things to show you love and let you know that you're loved, like what are you actually doing to acknowledge that they are showing you love, or what are you doing to receive that? On the flip side, if your partner is telling you that I love you, are you passively accepting it, I guess? Or I said standing in it, but I think you kind of had a hard time understanding what I was saying. So I'm trying to think of another way to say it. But
I mean, passively, standing in it, I kind of get a little bit better.
Yeah, it's almost like if I say, "Hey, I love you," and you be like, "Okay, I love you," and you just like turn your head and don't that second to like acknowledge that. I think that's what I'm. That's the idea of what I mean about passively standing in it. Like, what are you doing in your relationship, or what are we doing in our relationship to like receive the love that each person is giving? Because you can give out love, and your partner doesn't necessarily have to be receiving it. Like, they could on the surface say I love you, but are they really understanding like what you're saying and what you're giving to them as love? So that's kind of the that's where I was going with that. So I think giving love for me, and you can tell me what it means for you, or would you like to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Giving love for me, giving love to you for me is like just randomly saying like, "Hey, I love you," and then like looking you in the eyes. It's also like we talked about in the last episode, like going kind of, I guess, above and beyond when it comes to thinking about you. And so if I see something I want to grab that I like, that as if I see something I know you like and I want to grab it, I grab it and give it to you because it's like, hey, I thought about you throughout the day. It's also just taking like that extra second to like hold on to you when we hug, which I like to do, or even like just like when we kiss, it's not just like, yeah, it's like an intentional like pecks or intentional like deep kissing, as they used to call it back in the day. I don't know what they call it now. I'm old, so
You think you're old?
I mean, I grew up. I'm older than you, so I feel like that puts me in a certain perspective. Anyhow, I think also like just doing small gestures like, hey babe, when you say, hey babe, can you do this, or can you do that, or cooking for you, or helping you remember something, or I'm pushing you towards coming out because I love you and I want you to feel free.
She just want to marry me, y'all.
I do want to marry you. So
what's Rashida's song? Something make him want to marry me. And
come back with the full song, please. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up.
No, we're talking about the main topic now. Don't even worry. We'll come back to it. So
Put a ring on my finger.
As I was saying, trying to show you love now. Relax.
I'm trying to express love to you by singing this song.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Make him want to marry me.
Anyhow, come on now. I'm trying to show you love. Okay, I'm trying to tell you how to show you.
You're telling the people how you show me love.
Yes.
I already know how you show me love.
Yes, but I'm telling you as well. You sitting here? Yeah. Okay.
She busted me out.
Anyhow, small gestures, deep kissing, hugs, telling you I love you, and like really meaning it and looking you in the eyes, being there to support you, to be a sounding board, being there to like, I don't know, pick you up when bad things happen, or to listen, genuinely listen about your day and ask questions about what you're interested in. Like those are all the ways that I like show love to you or towards you.
Yeah, I mean, and part of the reason why we work so well together is we have those same ways that we show love and receive love, I would say.
Yeah.
Like the whole physical touch thing goes, like most of the things that you said go underneath that category. Like the intentional pecks, the holding you longer or holding me longer when we do hug, cuddling. Yeah,
that's like my most favorite thing.
Yeah. We found a new cuddle position and we both really enjoy it, actually.
Although I miss the first cuddle position a little bit.
Well, I mean,
It's
the
called
booty time.
It's called Give Me the Booty.
Give you the booty time. I mean, we
Yeah.
still do that, but it starts off differently now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's how you look.
What?
Giving me the booty while we cuddle. It's not sex, y'all. It's just it's
Literally
like
my
it's
ass.
literally yeah. And I go literally am sleep like 2 minutes.
Yeah. I wish I could do the same, but it doesn't mean I don't love you.
Okay.
Which you've insinuated that, like, we have these arguments that go back and forth, like, I love you more, no, I love you more. And she feels like, since she's able to fall asleep faster than I am when we're cuddling, that she loves me more, because
that's
that
one of the
typically
reasons.
means that you're more comfortable with the person that you're laying with when you can fall asleep with them.
Yes. While
that may be true, when it comes to our relationship, I don't feel like that's true, because I have narrators in my head, and
ever since that meme,
because it's true, like that, it gets me, like that video gets me. So I have these narrators in my head, and I'm always thinking about something, and like my brain is like always working, right? So I can't fall asleep as easily as you can. So I'm sorry. That doesn't mean that I love you less, though.
I mean, I still feel like I love you more, but that's probably a topic for a different episode.
Well, you know what my mama used to always tell me? You want to be with somebody that seemingly wants to be with you more. Like, you'll never lose that person if they want to be with you more. Then
so I do love you more.
No,
got it.
No,
yeah, no,
no.
I got it.
I did not say that.
Yeah, your mom's right.
I did not say that. I said 100%. Seemingly wants to be with you more.
It's not seemingly, it's facts.
No, because I love you more.
Okay, we're not gonna argue about who loves who more.
But this is how this argument goes all the time.
Yeah,
this is literally how it goes all the time.
Yes, because I love you more. I don't know what else to tell you. Exactly. Moving on. So how do I want to ask this? It's about emotional. Do you feel like you've had, because I don't think it's the case in this relationship, do you feel like in past relationships that you have not been as emotionally vulnerable with your mate, and that affected your ability to maybe love them the same way they love you, love them more, love them harder? I don't know how you want to phrase it.
So in my past relationships, I feel like at some point I loved the person or wanted to be loved more than I was getting it. Does that make sense? I was loving more than I was receiving it. And for a little bit I tolerated it, because I mean, you have to grow on people sometimes. And I fall very easily. So I can, that happens for me. But I also jump out of that sandpit real quick
if something ain't right.
Yeah. So what was the question that you asked? I'm sorry, I missed.
About emotional vulnerability.
So
emotional availability. Were you vulnerable enough in your past relationships to accept love that you were receiving, and to, I guess, also like give it the same?
I think that I tried to make myself vulnerable. But it's hard to be vulnerable with somebody who's not also trying to be vulnerable with you.
Yeah.
So you can't open up to someone who doesn't want that same to be open with you, because it's like having a one-sided conversation. Like I was telling our friend Meek one day, actually it was yesterday. I was telling her about this guy that I was talking to, and I told her, like, man, this nigga was boring. He was boring. Like, he's younger. He's like, I want to say he's probably like 29, 30 now. Mm-hmm. I'll be 33. But like, he seemed to be kind of successful. Like, he had this trucking business and whatnot. And, he was driving this Jaguar truck. He had 2 houses. At least that's what he told me. one of the houses like he actually lived in, and another he like bought for like his mom and his sister or something like that. And when we would talk, it would be so boring because I felt like I was carrying the conversation of like coming up with topics to talk about and trying to learn about him more, while he was only talking about himself. And it made it hard for me to be into him because like I'm trying to like get information out of you and you giving me literally jack shit.
Yeah.
Like it was so boring. So boring.
Yeah. Some people are so into themselves that they can't see outside of that. And that definitely does make for a boring time because if I'm asking you about yourself, like you need to be asking me about myself too, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of dating, like getting to know each other. And not that you have to be vulnerable right away. Like that's not being realistic, right? But you should be able to start to try to get to that point of vulnerability with the person that you're dating, because potentially, if you're like me, I date with a purpose. So like if I see early on in this relationship that you're not willing to like let your guard down a little bit and try to learn some things from me as I'm trying to do with you, this ain't gonna work out.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Hence why you're here.
Hence why I'm here. I mean, there's been other relationships too where I've tried to make myself vulnerable. Like there was this other guy that I dated, the one that got me pregnant, and one of them that got me pregnant, I should say. And he was just so secretive about everything. And for what he did, I understood. But at the same time, when you're so secretive about things, it creates room for lies and like deceit and cheating.
Right.
And all those things happen.
All the bad things happen. Yeah.
On top of the fact that he's a narcissist. And also, I had to unfollow him on Instagram recently because he's a Trump supporter. And he's a black man with a daughter and a son.
We're going to stay away from the politics, but I hear what you're saying.
And a sister that is queer.
I hear what you're saying.
But that's neither here nor there. Like, it was a lot of things wrong with him, and I'm glad that the situation unfolded the way that it did, because otherwise, I would be trapped.
You're never trapped.
Well, yeah, I'm not trapped, but there would be still something like connecting me to him.
Got you.
I'm glad that I was able to cut the cord and just like
leave. Got it.
Let's get a little bit off topic.
Yeah, you have harboring some feelings there.
I don't care about that nigga. I don't.
Okay. So I think self-worth also has a lot to do with how people receive love and give love. I will say in my past relationship, especially looking back on it now, and now that we're talking about this particular topic, I don't think the person that I was with really deep down had a lot of self, because I feel like I was giving so much, and maybe she didn't see it like that, but I feel like I was giving so much in terms of like trying to show her love, like coming, like it used to be when she came home, like I'm getting up immediately, like giving her a kiss, or it would be like, hey, what do you want to do? Let's do something. Like all of the things that I do with you, those things slowly started to fade because I think things that she had going on trumped like what I'm trying to give to her. And I think those things that she had going on also slowly like lowered her self-worth and how she felt about herself. And if you, as like RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell else gonna love you, right?
Thanks.
Yeah. And so self-worth has a lot, in my opinion, to do with how you give and receive love. So I'm going to say that I feel like I have very high self-worth. I don't mean it to sound like, I don't know, what's the word? I don't mean it to sound like I got a big head, but I mean,
but you do have a big head.
And you didn't have to chime in on that, but thank you. Appreciate it.
I like your big head.
You better. I had no choice. So I feel like I really receive love well and I give it well. But I'm looking to you for that. What do you think about
I
that?
would definitely agree with that. I've never been or felt the love more than I felt it in this relationship.
Yeah.
Like this is
Wait, why is that though?
we're just on a different level of like compatibility and awareness of how each of us are feeling about things and like making sure that we move with intention and all those things matter.
Yeah.
It really does. Because like I said, when you have somebody who wants to be vulnerable and wants to show you love as much as they want to receive your love, like there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
I feel like and in those moments, like you have somebody who's willing to work, if not as much as you, 10 times as much as you, to make things work.
Yeah.
Which is also very comforting.
To know that somebody is working for you, like
And with you.
And with you.
And
or
with
work
you.
Should I say working for your love? I don't mean it when I say that, but like it is working for your love though. You just can't passively be in a relationship.
I mean,
and not,
yeah,
like,
a
work for it.
relationship is work.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what people mean by that, because it's not easy to always, not always, to do some things that you don't want to do in a relationship, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that people fail at, is like, okay, showing up even when you don't want to in a relationship, and that's what makes it hard.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree with that.
I wanted to mention this one time I was dating this guy, and he was going through so much shit, and he wouldn't tell me what it was. He wouldn't tell me what it was. He never communicated with me what was going on with him. And yet here I am, like, noticing that he's stressing, making myself available to be an ear to him, showing up at his job after I've already worked 8 hours, like coming up with, like, buying him dinner, sitting with him at work, even though I'm tired, I'm ready to go to bed.
Mhm.
Like, go up to his job, sit with him, chill, make sure he's good, make sure he's fed, and then leave, and then do the same thing the next day. And I wasn't receiving that same back. And when it came down to it, he was basically saying that I wasn't there for him and all those things. And I was like, hold on, because that's not true. I tried to be there for you, and you wouldn't allow me to be there for you the way that you needed me, because you wouldn't tell me what you needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I was doing the best that I could with what I had.
Right.
And I was letting you know that I was an ear for you, being there physically for you, like making sure that you were eating and that you had somebody to talk, just being that person, trying to be that good girlfriend.
Right.
But it wasn't being reciprocated. It wasn't being received either. And it didn't work out. And honestly, like, part of it, like, that's what pissed me off about, like I did all this shit for you, like, trying, and you had the nerve to tell me that I'm not trying, like, I'm not there for you. I feel like that's like one of my pet peeves, because my sister did that too. To us, but to me.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit. Ooh. Sorry, I feel like that was another tangent.
Yes, it was. You have some emotions going on today, but that's okay. That's what this is for. This is our therapy. So.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. And because we're talking about love, and I feel like I have so much love to give, and I feel like I've tried to in other relationships.
And people weren't receiving it, which is, so we're talking about this,
Right.
like, you're giving it, but are you really, like, receiving it as well? And I think a lot of people's, like, past traumas or past relationships, or I know I've said previously, you to me, you can never 100% fully heal from the traumas that you have, because you're always going to think about it. It's just kind of how you maneuver around it, and how you figure out how to get over it or through it, or what you need to do. And I think a lot of people's past traumas, they are not healed completely from, which, like I said, you won't, but you can deal with it better. And so it sounds like it sounds very self-sabotaging. Like, I'm gonna not communicate with you, so at the end of the day I can complain about what you didn't do, even though I know you did it, because you do it with me. Like, you'll just come up here and just sit. You'll just
I'm so
Lord,
sorry.
have mercy, help her, Father. You'll just come up here and, like, sit with me when I'm working, or like just come and sit with me when there's the cotton candy, and just to be company. And that is like a big deal to me because nobody else has ever done that. There was never like, okay, I'm gonna come and sit with you. Granted, maybe they had to work or whatever, but even when there was an occasion when I said, hey, can you come and help me do this? At the end of the day, it was like, yeah, I'm coming, but no, they didn't come for one reason or not or
So
whatever.
they would back out. So they would say they were coming and then wouldn't show up.
So this was a one-off kind of thing, but yeah, there was a situation. Might as well just go off tangent again. We're doing it anyway. There was a situation where, two situations actually. Now that I'm thinking of it, one was I had asked them to, just come help me with a kid's birthday party. It was probably going to be real cool, but it was just, for us to spend time together because people don't typically care if I bring somebody to help. You just got on the shirt, you helping. And she wasn't home, got home and smelled like alcohol. I'm like, you cannot go with me, smell like alcohol. So I went by myself. The other was I was supposed to go to I think it was Indianapolis. Like I went to Indianapolis, got a room overnight, everything.
For cotton candy?
Yeah. They had wanted it at their wedding. Got a room overnight. They paid for it, everything, the whole nine, yada yada. Got ready to go. We got into it or something the night before, and she refused to go with me. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, those two instances were instances where I was feeling the love, but she was like, I'm not going. And I mean, it was very hurtful. Very hurtful.
You said you were feeling the love?
I was when she said she was going.
Oh, I was going to say, at what point?
And then after that, yeah, no. But again, it's, receiving love, I think you have to be cognizant of that too. Like you have to make sure that you are acknowledging, and I always make sure that you acknowledge, like I acknowledge when you say I love you, and I know you do too. Like we just look at each other, especially if it's random, you always look at me and be like, well, I love you too. And I appreciate that because I know you're receiving what I got to give. And so, yeah.
I mean, that's one of like the practical exercises to enhance that love reception.
Like looking at me.
Yeah. Like taking a moment to like just sit and just stare at your partner.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's, but then, deep down, I'm like, damn. Well, no, not with you. I stopped my sentence. Not with you, but I typically hated being stared at. People used to always stare at me, like in school and
in a relationship.
Not in a relationship.
Oh, just in general.
But just in general.
Oh, okay.
So then to sit with somebody and have them just sit and stare at you for a while, like if you would have asked me to do that 5 years ago, the answer would be hell no. But with you, we do it all the time, and it's a no-brainer. Like I can sit and stare at you and don't think that you're like judging me, and I have to be like self-conscious, like, oh shit, it's like 3 pimples on my face, it's a pimple on my forehead, my edges are not laid. What is she looking at? What is she thinking?
All of this.
All these things are things that I would have thought about if somebody else was like, if the camera's like blurring out, if somebody else would like stare at me. But with you, I don't feel that. Yeah. Like I don't have those thoughts. I'm looking at you and I'm like present in the moment. I'm staring at your beautiful eyes.
That's what it is. That's all it is.
That's not all it is. How you gonna bruh? Y'all hear this? That is not all it is, but it is great to also look at. But I'll be looking like deep into you. Like I like noses, so I like look at your nose. I admire everything about you, like your hair texture, your high cheekbones.
You can freckles. Stop now. I'm blushing. I've had enough. Thank you.
You've had enough?
I appreciate all of your compliments.
Your natural eyelashes.
Stop making me blush. Thank you. I appreciate you.
What was that you sent me earlier this week? Like you said something about, I still can't believe that you want to be with me. I'm gonna read what she said, y'all, because it was ridiculous.
Why was it ridiculous? When I was just having a thought, like a passing thought, thinking back to when we first started dating, when we were talking, and even before then, when you would like flirt with me at practice. Mm-hmm. I was just thinking back to that, and I was like, I mean, why me? That's basically what it was.
Why not you? So this is what she said, actually. She said, sometimes I get lost in my thoughts and I still can't believe you want to be with me. I said, LOL, caps, what? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark. And she sends the shrug emoji. And I said, you're a weirdo. How could I not want to be with you? Your last girlfriend had you fucked up. You're the single most understanding, kind-hearted, easygoing, generous, thoughtful, beautiful person I've ever been with. And that's inside and out. I'm so grateful for you and what we've built together. And just like the Obama Center, we're still built together.
You're so lame. And I appreciate all of those. Lame. I receive all of that's text love, and I receive all of that text love that you just sent to me.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Of course, baby. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you gotta remind them, let them know that I'm the best you ever had, girl.
I mean, facts. I didn't laugh because it wasn't true. It's very true. It just made me laugh because of the way you said it.
I know. That is funny. But, oh, you know what? Another time that you can be present and like just sit and be with your partner. We talked about it in a previous episode, a more recent episode about Tub Talk.
Did I send you a meme about it? Like sitting back to back and talking, or?
Oh no, you did. Well, no.
Okay.
That's something separate.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You did say something about that. Maybe we should try that. But that was more about like you're able to like say something and your partner can't respond.
Oh yeah.
Like there was rules to it.
You can only.
What did you send that on?
Oh gosh, I don't know. You can only say things that are on your mind. Your partner can't respond to what you said. They just have to listen. So it's a listening exercise. So it like lets you like actually give your partner your thoughts without fear of them saying but
like rebuttaling what you're saying. Instead, just they have to listen.
I guarantee you will never find that sitting here right now because it's too far gone. Also, I forgot to plug up the computer, so we're gonna have to wrap it up anyway.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How much?
About 7% left.
Ooh, Lord.
Tragedy. So yeah, I feel like in your relationships, just make sure you're receiving love the way your partner is giving it to you. So, and I guess I mean that by like, if she's telling me I love you, like I'm gonna stop and look her in the eyes and be like, hey, I love you too. And especially if it's a random, like out of nowhere, I love you, I receive that. Or if she just texts me randomly, like, hey, I really appreciate you. This is what you do for me. Like that random stuff, y'all, just send that to your partner. That's that's
yeah, that's one of the ways we do it. But like, sure. I encourage you to like reflect in your own relationships and identify how you both receive and give off love, and acknowledge it. And acknowledge it. And if there is any room for growth, how can you guys be better at it? Like, where are you lacking? Yeah. Like, you may seem like you're giving off all of this love, but your partner isn't seeing it or isn't aware of it because they're not taking in how you give it off.
Oh yeah. Ooh. And sometimes you might have to alter the way you give it too in order for them to receive it. I think that's a really good point, like a big point.
Take that compatibility. Well, no, it's the love quiz.
Love languages?
Love language quiz. That's important too. Like we match up on the love language quiz on in 2 categories. Like we have the same, which is quality time and physical touch. So it's easier for us to show and receive love because that's how we show and receive love. Yeah. Basically. Basically.
So yeah, I feel like that's it.
Yeah.
I feel a bit rushed. I apologize. I neglected to plug up my computer. So therefore we're here at 6%.
Yeah. Well, we're missing some points that we want to talk about, which is okay. This can be another conversation for another time. But be on the lookout for the
bonus episode.
Yeah, the bonus episode where I read my full letter that I sent to my father, with me coming out, and then his response whenever I do get that. We will record what that.
And I still haven't heard it all, so I'm interested to hear the whole thing.
Yeah. Where can they find us?
You can find us on YouTube, which is together.real.badpod. And it's the same thing on Instagram and TikTok. You can also shoot us an email at the number 2getherrealbad@gmail.com. And I think that's it.
Discord,
it's the same thing, but I have to send out a link for that. I learned that you're only like searchable once you get 1,000 followers.
Oh, okay.
So I would have to send the link out to that. I'll try and put that in the show notes. We also have a X Twitter, which I sometimes post on. I'm trying to figure that out. Probably be love quotes or something else, depending on what I find.
Okay.
That's it.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Right.
Until next time.
Peace.
She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. She's pretty like a 4K sunset. Blue-eyed baby from the Midwest. Body so bad when she undressed. If I was your ex, I'd be upset. Little did he know I was up next. Big brown boy with the big flex. I know that you know I'm the one. She's stuck inside my mental. She got a body like a temple. Even though she drives me crazy, I tell everyone that's my baby. Lately gotta keep my memories on a leash. I know they tend to get a little bit away from me. I keep that photo in my wallet from 2018. I keep your body on my brain almost permanently. Ooh, she said, can you take me to the moon?